Good morning everyone. I hope you all are fine. Now, it is the last chapter that we have to cover for the last semester. Chapter 8. In first semester you got this chapter, in second as well you have got. Now, in third semester also you are going to get this chapter. Name of the chapter is Uses of Tense. So, in this chapter, we will learn about tense. First of all, you must know what is tense. What is the definition of tense? So, this tense refers to time. Okay, tense refers to time. We are getting three different types of tenses. If somebody asks you how many types of tense, so there are three different types of tense. The first one is present tense. Second one is past tense. Third is future tense. Understood? So these are three different types of tense: present tense, past tense and future tense. What is present tense? Present tense refers the thing, the action which is going in current period of time. Okay? Suppose I am talking. So here in means just now, right now I am talking. So it is the action which is going in present period of time, that is known as present tense. Second, what is past tense? Past tense means the thing, the action which has done before. Before current period of time, what has happened, that comes in past tense. Okay? At night you slept. So in past you slept. So that is known as past tense. Third, future tense. What is future tense? The action which will happen after some time, or the action which will happen in near future. That is known as future tense. Okay. You will go to Agra, you will go to Mumbai. So after some time you will go. So that comes in future tense. I hope what is present, what is past tense, what is future tense, it is clear. Now, present tense. How many parts of present tense are there? There are four different kinds of present tense. First one is, we are talking only about present tense. First is simple present tense. Second is present continuous tense. Third is present perfect tense. Fourth is present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so these are four different types of present tense. First is simple present tense. Simple present tense is also known as present indefinite tense. Okay, now the habitual action, the regular action comes in simple present tense. In simple present tense, we are getting two different helping verbs. Okay, now for this simple present tense, we are getting two different helping verbs. First one is does, second one is do. With singular number, singular noun or pronoun, we use does, but with plural one we use do. Is it clear? The singular noun or pronoun we use does in simple present tense, but with plural we use do. If you are getting affirmative sentence in simple present tense, so in affirmative sentence, if you are getting subject as singular number, so in the first form of the verb you will use s or es. But in case if you are getting subject as plural number in simple present tense in affirmative sentence, so that time you will not add s or es in first form of the verb. Just simply you will use first form of the verb only. Okay, now see on the board. She works hard. It is the one sentence, and the other one is they work hard. Okay, so when you see on the board, there are two different sentences. First one is she works hard, the other one is they work hard. Now in the first one, I have added s in the first form of the verb, but in the next sentence I did not add s or es. Why so? As I have told you, in simple present tense, if you are getting subject as singular noun or pronoun, so in the first form of the verb you will add s or es. Okay, if your verb is ended with vowel sound, so you will add es. If it is ended by consonant, so that time you will use only s. She is singular pronoun, that is why I have used s. Now in the second one, they is on the plural one. That is why only first form of the verb, simply first form of the verb will be used here. Got it? So these two sentences are affirmative. Now suppose if you want to change this one into negative, so what will you do? Except affirmative sentence in negative and interrogative, we will always use helping verb. With singular noun or pronoun you will use does, with plural one you will use do. Now when we are changing this sentence into negative sentence, so subject will be simple. Now they is plural, so with plural we will use helping verb do. Now for showing negation, negativity, we will use verb not. They do not work hard. Okay, so just remember helping verbs in simple present or present indefinite tenses does and do. With singular we use does, with plural we use do. In affirmative sentence we do not use helping verbs, either does or do. But in rest of sentences we must have to use helping verb. Okay. Now the second one is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense, it shows the action which is in continuous form. Now as we have been told, present continuous tense we get is are, am. With singular you use is, with plural use are, with I use am. And in present continuous tense you will use ing form of the verb. Suppose I am sing a song. Now see on the board, I am singing a song. Whether this sentence is correct? Of course it is incorrect sentence, because here we do not have to use simple form first form of the verb, but we need to use ing form of the verb, that is singing. I am singing a song. Got it? Now third one is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, as helping verb you Subject is the boys. Okay, as was is showing plural form. That is why I have used helping verb have. And as I have told you, in present perfect tense they use third form of the verb. So here do is the main form of the verb, did is second form of the verb, and then is third or past participle form of the verb. Clear? The plural number will use have, the singular will use has in present perfect tense. Now next is present perfect continuous tense. As helping verb of present perfect continuous tense we get has been and have been. Again the singular will use has been and the plural will use have been. Clear? Now here we will use ing form of the verb in present perfect continuous tense too. For example, he has been working in the field for 2 hours. And in present perfect as well as present perfect continuous tense, you get if you are getting period of time or point of time, so you will use since or for. With point of time you will use since. With period of time you will use for. If you are getting fixed period of time, so there you will use since. Clear? But if you are getting unfixed period of time or point of time, so that time you will use for. He has been working in the field for 2 hours. Here we are not getting fixed period of time. That is why I have used for. Okay, because we do not know whether he has worked in the field from 12 to 2 o'clock or 2 to 4 o'clock. We do not know. It is not mentioned. That is why it is unfixed time. So I used for. And as it is similar, so I have used has been. Okay, and in the first form of the verb I have used ing. So here we have completed all the 4 types of present tense. Now the second is past tense. Like present tense, there are also 4 different types of past tense. The first one is only at the place of simple present, it is now simple past, because now these are 4 different types of past tense. So first one is simple past, second is past continuous tense, third one is past perfect tense, fourth and the last one is past perfect continuous tense. Okay? In simple past tense, as helping verb you get did. Only a single helping verb is given in simple past tense or past indefinite tense. That is did. Whether you are getting singular noun or plural, you will use did only. But if you are getting affirmative sentence of simple past tense, so in affirmative sentence of simple past tense, we do not have to use any helping verb. We will not use did. But that time we will add second form of the verb. Only in affirmative you will not use did in simple past tense, but you will use second form of the verb. In rest all the sentences negative and interrogative along with the helping verb in simple past tense, that is did, you will use first form of the verb. Clear? For example, I went there. Now see, I went there. Here it is given affirmative. That is why I did not use helping verb did. Okay, and here I will use second form of the verb, that is went. Now when you are changing this into negative, so it becomes I, then you will add did. For showing negativity you will use second one is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense as helping verb, you are getting was and were. With I and all the singular noun or pronoun you will use was, and with rest or with all the plural one you will use were. And here you will use ing form of the verb. Always remember, in all the continuous tense, whether it is present continuous, past continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, you will only use ing form of the verb. Next, for example, my mother was cooking. My mother was cooking. Here, what is subject? Subject is my mother. And as it is singular, that is why I have used helping verb was. And ing form of the verb, that is cooking. Okay? Now, next is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense, as the helping verb of past perfect tense, you use had. In past perfect tense, like simple past tense, it is also, we are getting only a single helping verb, that is had. Whether with singular noun or pronoun, with plural one, we will use only had. And here we will use verb third form or past participle form of the verb. Example, children had played match. See, children had played match. Here, children is plural, so we'll use had. But in case if you are getting singular, that is singular of children is child. So if you are getting child, then also you will use helping verb had only along with third form of the verb. Clear? Next, past perfect continuous tense. In past perfect continuous tense, as helping verb, we get had been. With singular or plural, will only use had been. And as we have told you, in all the continuous, we will use ing form of the verb. Likewise, here also will use ing form of the verb. Example, her brother had been taking rest for 3 days. Her brother had been taking rest for 3 days. As I told you, with a fixed period of time, we will use for. So here, 3 days. We do not know from 27 to 30th or from 24 to 27 January. We do not know. It is not mentioned here. That is why it is unfixed. So I use for. Clear? Now, we'll use as helping verb had been only along with ing form of the verb. Now, future tense. After completing all the 4 different types of past tense, now we'll move to future tense. Simple future tense. Second is future continuous tense. Third one is future perfect tense. get two different helping verbs with and shall, and we use first form of the verb. Next is future continuous tense. In future continuous tense, there are two different helping verbs. First one is will be, the other one is shall be. And we will use ing form of the verb because it is continuous. Okay? Example, she will be senior. She will be come late. Is it correct? It is not correct. It is incorrect because in future continuous tense we should use ing form of the verb. So what is our verb? Come. Here come is wrong. It will be coming. She will be coming late. Now the sentence is correct. Third is future perfect tense. In future perfect tense, again we are getting two different helping verbs. First one is will have, the other one is shall have. Okay, and we'll use verb third form or past participle form of the verb. For example, you will have written an essay. You will have written an essay. As I told you, we'll use third form of the verb. That is why I used here written. The next one is only remember as helping verb in future perfect tense. We are getting two different helping verbs. Will have and shall have. Okay? And here you will use third form of the verb or past participle form of the verb. Now, next is future perfect continuous tense. As helping verb, we are getting there are two different helping verbs. First one is will have been, and the other one is shall have been. And again, as it is continuous, so what will we use? Which form of the verb? We will use ing form of the verb. We shall have been praising him for a month. Now see here, why I have used shall here? Because I already told you with I and we can use shall. Clear? That is why I used here shall. And our subject is we, that is why I have used shall have been. So we shall have been, as it is continuous, so we will use ing form of the verb. That is why I used praising him for a month. Now again it is unfixed period of time. We don't know from January to Feb or from December to January. That is why it is unfixed period of time. So I use. Now I hope all the helping verbs of different types of sentences, which form of the verb you will use, that is clear. So remember these few points. What is tense? Tense refers to time. It is divided into three different parts. First one is present tense, which is going in current period of time. Second part is past tense, which has happened before. Third one is future tense, which is going to come. In present tense, we are getting four different types. First one is simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Second is present continuous tense. Third one is present perfect tense. Fourth and the last one is present perfect continuous tense. Similarly, in past tense, we are getting four different types. First is simple past tense or past indefinite tense. Second, past continuous tense. Third, past perfect tense. Fourth and the last one is past perfect continuous tense. In future tense, again we are getting four types. First is simple future tense or future indefinite tense. Second is future continuous tense. Third is future perfect tense. Fourth and the last one is future perfect continuous tense. And all the helping verbs, please learn all the helping verbs of different types and which form of the verb you will use. Okay? So for today, please do one thing. In your rough copy, write all the types along with their helping verb and which form of the verb is used where. Okay? So please rewind this video and write all the